world knows. Everybody's celebrating.
Right.
What do you want people to know about this decision?
I felt like this decision was a me decision, supported by my family, my teammates, everybody's going to promise me to back me up wherever I landed up.
What did it come down to?
I felt like it came down to, relationships with the coaches and, opportunity and potential in the program.
Was there a specific coach relationship that really stood out for you that really, in this age of COVID recruiting, it has to be personality and charm and just vibe over a Wi-Fi connection?
Right. Coach Schumann, really stood out to me through my recruitment, great guy overall. We haven't actually met in person yet, but we met, plenty of times on a Zoom, a FaceTime call, been in the same state, Georgia, when I went down to visit. But, him, just a great guy, great coach overall. He just makes me feel comfortable being myself around him.
Let's just back that up. You've never met the coach you're committing to.
Right.
And it almost feels like speed dating or something like that, doesn't it?
Right.
I mean, what's it going to be like the first time you're actually in the same room with him?
I feel like when I take my visit, it's just going to be all happy vibes. I haven't met anybody on staff yet, so it's probably just going to be like a coming to America type of moment, everybody greeting each other. So.
You're such a logical kid. How do you know this is right? I can see it's right in your eyes, but how do you know this is right? Is it a leap of faith and you're going to make it work wherever? Or how do you know this is right?
I feel like this is right because, I feel like I can't be great by myself committing to a school. I feel like with other great players in my class, we can all be great and go win a national championship.
Is there anybody you're going to put the recruiter hat on and start working on now?
Yeah, one of the in-state guys here, Travis Shaw. That's one of my good friends. We met last summer. Ever since then, we've just been great friends, talking about everything, going to try to make visits with each other. But, my recruitment's ending kind of shorter than his, so I'm just going to keep working on him.
What are you going to tell him?
Come be great. Who doesn't want to go win national championships, beat teams that are top 5 in the AP poll? Who doesn't want to do that and go just win multiple national championships back-to-back years?
Jalon, how hard was this? I guess you probably had 2 schools you really, really wanted. Maybe you had 3 schools you really, really wanted. Can you discuss maybe how close it actually was and then what was the difference for Georgia here? Right.
I feel like my recruitment was down to 3 schools. These 3 schools, had great relationships with them. North Carolina, my first offer ever. Clemson has been recruiting me for about 4 years now. But I feel like what came down to Georgia was the area where I can be most successful at, as in their backer room, their history on backers, everything about the program in general, fits me to the best of my ability to go have the opportunity to go to the next level.
So Coach Schumann does not know, huh?
Right, he doesn't know yet.
Kirby Smart know? Does anybody on the staff know?
Actually, nobody knows, and March 28th is when I'm committing, so I'd like to give a happy birthday shout out to Coach Schumann. Monday, March 29th is his birthday, so I guess it's going to be his little birthday present. So happy birthday, Coach.
What are you going to tell him the first time you talk to him after you're a Bulldog?
I think my first word is going to be "Go Dogs." That's I like that saying. Go Dogs. It fits me. Last night in our game, one of our coaches said, "Yeah, we all got to be dogs." And in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a dog. I'm a dog for sure."
When did you know? When did the lightning bolt hit your brain?
Right, last week, me and my parents sat down, and I think when we sat down and we conversated about everything, that's when the lightning bolt really struck.
I got to ask you, you have a unique way of doing this. You said you had a cup with pros and cons. For the future befuddled recruits that need a way to how to figure this out, can you explain that for me?
Right, you sit down with your family, anybody that's in your life. You put the school's name in the cup. You pull the cup. You pull one every single night, and you talk about the pros and cons about the program, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and just go from there and make the best decision for yourself.
How firm is this commitment? Do you see yourself visiting other schools? Do you see yourself only visiting Georgia?
I feel like I'm be in Athens about every other weekend. Going down to the games. Being with the players. Just getting used to Athens environment.
What's your best Schumann story where you're like, I can play for this man? There had to be 19 moments, but what's the one where you go, yeah, that's going to be my guy.
Right, you know, me and him can just conversate about anything. You know, it's not always about football. You know, I see that, you know, other coaches have done that before, but, you know, Coach Schumann is the type of guy where you can just talk about anything, relax your feet up, kick your feet out, talk about anything. But, you know, one of my favorite stories, when he was really, open, you know, I met his family, you know, his kid, you know, just great people overall. But the favorite story of mine is where he showed me his boots collection. Probably had about 20 pairs of boots, you know. It was drip to me. And I liked it. I liked his way of style, you know, just me and him talking. You know, me and Coach Lane are great as well. You know, all coaches on the staff are just great overall people.
Is it a Cliff Notes version to say stability at the head coaching position, stability at coordinator, maybe position coach,
right,
stability at the head coach position,
right,
and then plus a defensive background, a linebacker background?
Right. I feel like those group of coaches aren't going anywhere. You know, Coach Smart, you know, graduated from Georgia, you know, and I feel like the University of Georgia appreciate his presence every single day he's there. You know, Coach Lannon had many opportunities to leave, but, you know, he chose to stay at the University of Georgia. And, you know, Coach Schumann also as well, he's been there with the whole staff overall for many years, and I feel like this group of guys are just great together.
Any coincidence here between Malachi on the 25th and Jalon on the 28th?
You know, me and him talked previous weeks. You know, we just talking, just talking about the school, where we can go be great at. You know, I feel like me and him had a great connection. I feel like me and him will be great. Everybody else in the class, you know, I don't think anybody else in the class knows yet. But once I release the news to them, you know, they're going to be hyped up and pumped.
The academic mindset you're going to bring too. Is Georgia's academic background another plus here?
Right, I feel like it is. You know, the Georgia degree holds a lot of, power to its name. You know, if you see a person that graduated from Georgia, you feel like, oh, they have a great education and background, because, you know, most people don't know how hard Georgia is a school to, you know, participate in.
Your message to DawgNation and the Georgia people.
I'm going to bring my best 100% of the time. Don't ever think I'm a shortcut myself. You know, I'm gonna push every practice, every day to be great, and go Dogs.
Braces, orthodontist.
Right.
The man who wants to rattle teeth and then straighten them.
Right.
People don't believe me when I tell them this story. Give us the light on that.
Right. So I had braces going from middle school to high school, and, you know, I loved them. But, you know, when I got them off, I felt like a whole different person. You know, I feel like I should be able to make a change and put a smile on somebody else's face. You know, the way I smile, you know, I like to see other people smile, so I feel like that's the best of my ability. But, you know, when it comes down to the field, you know, I don't mind knocking a couple of teeth out, and, you know, and coming to put them back in, you know, later on that next date. So,
paging Dr. Walker.
Right.
Could be a good prescription for great linebacker play
right.
at Georgia for years to come.
Right.
Jalon, thank you so much for taking some time today.
Yes, sir.